The hotel bar had no sign, only a clerk at the marble desk who watched everything as if discretion were a second language. I had been singing there 3 weeks when he sent them down, camellias, pale and expensive, tied with a ribbon the color of old hotel stationery. No card, just a room number crossed out, as though the sender preferred fragrance to biography. The night clerk sent camellias, white as hush on polished stone, and every stem in that low-lit bar felt like company for being alone. The night clerk sent camellias, not roses, not some louder plea, just the flower most likely to understand what elegance costs a lonely girl at 3. Adjusted the guest ledger and said, I only noticed you look tired. Imagine a tenderness so formal it wore a vest. I nearly told him it wasn't fatigue at all, only the ache of singing soft songs to people who wanted atmosphere more than witness. But the camellias on the bar had already said enough. Some nights romance is the wrong word. What saves you may be smaller, a clerk, a flower, the courtesy of being seen. Without being seized, the night clerk sent camellias, and I carried them to my room, where their pale faces opened slowly in the weak hotel moon. The night clerk sent camellias, even now I bless his tact, because women remember forever the rare exact kindness that asks for nothing back. Beside the service bell, where the waiter stacked clean saucers, someone had left a pair of lace gloves, pearl white, carefully folded, too fine for accident. The bell itself stayed quiet, a silver dome with manners, but the gloves, they suggested a woman who knew how to leave a room with without giving up control of it. Lace gloves by the service bell, little ghost with excellent taste saying wait for me or remember me, or at least do not let the hour go to waste. Lace gloves by the service bell, I touched one fingertip and felt the whole hidden bar lean inward like a secret about to be told well. Return for them yourself unhurried, with cigarette smoke in your hair and a tired kindness in your mouth. I wondered who would notice, you said, sliding each glove on like closing two pale flowers. I said, women notice what rooms are trying to hide. You laughed, not loud, not coy, just satisfied. Then you rang the bell once and asked me if I preferred rye or gin. Elegance is not innocence, it is strategy made graceful enough to pass for charm. Lace gloves by the service bell, white as truce, white as threat, white as every delicate decision. I am still not over yet. Lace gloves by the service bell, the waiters kept their eyes away, but I have heard that single chime in my ribs every night since then. There was something honest about the green lamp over table 7. It did not flatter, it clarified. Under it, cheap sequins looked cheap, true silk looked dangerous, and every woman's eyes kept the color of old bottles. You always chose that table back to the brick view of the whole room, as if secrecy worked best when it sat where it could see the exits. The green lamp over table 7 made saints of our glasses, turned olives into little moons, and your cheekbone into a verdict. The green lamp over table 7. I never believed in destiny, but I began believing in lightning the minute it let you look at me without blinking. You told me every hidden bar has one true table where the room seems to admit what it is actually for. Not business, not spectacle, not men congratulating themselves, but the slower trade glances, restrained women speaking softly enough to keep desire from hardening into gossip. Then you placed my hand under the lampshade and said, see, even your skin turns cinematic here. I have wasted years under bad light, calling it fate. A woman should know when a room is helping. The green lamp over table 7, keeper of the better version of me, saw me leaning, saw you stay, saw how little noise love needs when no one makes it perform. If I ever vanish from daylight, tell them to start there under the green lamp over table 7, where I finally looked like the woman I meant to become. You unclasped them between songs, a single line of pearls, cold from your neck, bright as disciplined tears, and laid them on the record sleeve. Beside the turntable, the cover art showed some forgotten singer, pretending not to ache. Your pearls did not pretend anything, they only listened, still holding the temperature of your skin. Cold pearls on the record sleeve, little moons on printed blue, each one keeping the shape of a throat I had spent the evening trying not to look at too long. Cold pearls on the record sleeve, when the needle kissed the groove, they trembled once, and I swear the whole room knew something tender had been removed. It's too heavy after one, you said, rubbing the place it had rested. I wanted to answer with wit, but the sight of your bare collarbone had emptied me of everything except accuracy. So I said, you look less finished now, I mean that is praise. You laughed and poured us both another half glass, the kind of laugh that forgives a woman for telling the truth unstyled. I trust what gets set down, pearls, gloves, lies, the careful costume of composure. The night is kinder once it has something to hold for you. Cold pearls on the record sleeve, shining beside the spinning ache, while your voice lower without them, made my own heart misbehave. Cold pearls on the record sleeve, I can see them even now. Proof that glamour is sweetest in the second after. A woman lets it down. There was a hall between the bar and the ladies' lounge, all mirrors, all polite deceit. My heels sounded taller there, my shadow kinder, my mouth more certain than I felt. I crossed it twice that night, once to fix my lipstick, once because I was afraid of how much I wanted to go back to you. My heels in the hall of mirrors, clicking out a nervous prayer. One woman multiplied too many, all of them pretending not to care. My heels in the hall of mirrors, even the frightened versions look glamorous enough to try. So I thank the glass for its dishonesty and walked back towards your eyes. You didn't ask where I had gone. You only slid me the cigarette case as if to say, take your time. I know what courage cost in women. I wanted to tell you that every mirror in the corridor had advised caution, but none of them had your hands or your laugh or the green vein in your wrist when you lifted the lighter. So I sat, crossed my ankles, and let the room quit doubling itself. Vanity has saved me before, so has illusion. I do not despise the things that help me walk back in. My heels in the hall of mirrors, bright little metronomes of doubt, carried me through every elegant lie until the truest part of me came out. My heels in the hall of mirrors, I still hear them when I dress for night, reminding me that fear, if given decent lighting, can pass for appetite. You took it off without a speech, not angry, not trembling, only practical, as though a ring were like a watch, something better set aside. Before midnight got serious, it fell into the ice bucket with a note so small. Only women noticed. Around us, conversation kept pretending it had missed the moon, dropping into metal. Your ring in the ice bucket, gold among the frozen light, glowing under bottlenecks, like permission for the night. I did not ask who gave it, or why you wore it till then. Your ring in the ice bucket was enough of an answer to begin again. You said I'm tired of objects doing the talking for me. Then you raised the champagne tongs, fished out one cube, touched it to your wrist and smiled when I forgot every refined sentence I had brought. There are women who enter a room, there are women who edit it. You were the second kind. I have learned not to confuse confession with intimacy. Sometimes the deepest honesty is only this: a gold circle left in cold metal, a hand suddenly unoccupied, a glance that says, stay close. Your ring in the ice bucket, little sun under the frost. Not a scandal, not a tragedy, only something set down so something else could start. If love has a quieter door, maybe it sounds like that soft ping. Your ring in the ice bucket, and my pulse learning how to listen from the dark. That old building, drinks went upstairs by dumb waiter. Little red wine, little gin, little silver bells of ice, to a card room nobody talked about. Sometimes the car came back carrying empty coupes, lipstick marks, and once a note folded around a clove cigarette. That was the first time I noticed you, the woman who worked the ropes with pianist hands. A slow song for the woman at the dumb waiter, sending midnight up and down the wall. All her messages arriving by pulley, never late, never loud, never small. A slow song for the woman at the dumb waiter. I watched her tie the knots just right and thought, there are easier ways to move a drink, but none so full of night. The second note came addressed to me. Only 6 words: stay after close, bring patience. I spent the next 3 songs trying not to smile like an amateur. When the room emptied, you opened the dumbwaiter hatch and handed me a coupe still cold with your own mouth on the rim. I hate shouting over rooms, you said. Machinery is often kinder. Then you laughed, and even the pulley rope seemed to loosen. It is possible to be courted by architecture, a shaft in the wall, a small ascending tray, a woman who has learned how to send desire without wasting volume. A slow song for the woman at the dumb waiter who made secrecy look well engineered, who taught me some invitations travel best when they rise through the dark unheard. A slow song for the woman at the dumb waiter. Even now when floors complain, I think of your hands on the rope and how the night kept going up because you knew its way. In the powder room, the mirror had 3 lipstick ghosts, not full prints, just the blurred intention of mouths trying themselves out. A comb on the sink, a heel mark by the radiator, a tissue folded into a rose. The kind of scene only women read correctly. Somebody had been rehearsing courage where the light was kind. Someone practiced kisses in the powder room, left them cooling on the glass, red as nerves, soft as maybe, waiting for the right face to pass. Someone practiced kisses in the powder room, and I stood there fixing my hair, thinking of all the brave small things women do before they dare. The bar, you asked why I was smiling. I said the mirror gave me advice. You laughed low, touched the corner of your own mouth and said, did it tell you who they were for? I wanted to answer, but your perfume had already begun to rewrite my vocabulary, so I only raised my glass and let the silence apply the final shade. I trust rooms where women leave traces, powder, pins, witness. Civilization would be poorer without the evidence of preparation. Someone practiced kisses in the powder room, maybe for a stranger, maybe for a wife, maybe only to remind herself how a mouth can come alive. Someone practiced kisses in the powder room, and by the time I found your eyes, I knew desire can start with nothing more scandalous than a woman deciding to look beautiful twice. out of the booth, something caught. Not your laugh, not the hem itself. Only one blue thread left trembling against the velvet edge. The waiter never noticed, the room was too busy, pretending not to watch you go. I tucked the thread around my finger and finished my drink slowly, as if that could keep you near. Blue thread under the velvet booth, one bright nerve from your midnight dress. Thin as a promise, stubborn as perfume, impossible to call meaningless. Blue thread under the velvet booth, I wrapped it once around my hand, and the whole night followed like a train of silk behind me. Found you by the back bar mirror, turning your empty coupe in patient circles. You saw the thread at once and smiled with one side of your mouth. Keep it, you said. Every woman should leave herself a way to be found. Then you reached up, tucked my hair behind my ear, and all the chandeliers seemed suddenly too formal for us. Some evenings do not begin with thunder. They begin with fabric, with the smallest evidence that someone beautiful has already brushed against your life. Blue thread under the velvet booth, little clue from a larger grace, leading me past my caution, past the room, straight into your face. Blue thread under the velvet booth, even now I feel it pull, not toward heartbreak, but toward the place where longing becomes useful. Refused 3 bankers, 1 actor, and a woman in diamonds who mistook confidence for excess. Then she arrived, navy suit, red mouth, 1 small umbrella folded like a weapon, and spoke 6 words in French, too softly for anyone but the doorman. He opened the curtain at once, almost bowed, and the whole line behind her felt suddenly overdressed. She knew the password in French, and the hidden room changed posture. Even the ice seemed more continental, more willing to melt with culture. She knew the password in French while the rest of us stood there in English, carrying our ordinary longing like handbags too large for the door. found a glass of vermouth. I asked what she had said. She took her time, then shrugged. Nothing important, just the right thing to say to a curtain. When I laughed, she shifted over to make room up close. She smelled the rain and iris. Most entrances, she told me, are built to reward tone, not status. I wrote that sentence down somewhere under my ribs. I do not speak French well, but I understand perfectly what it means when a woman carries her own key inside her voice. She knew the password in French, and before the night was through, she had taught me 2 new phrases. One for another drink, one for stay until blue. She knew the password in French. I never asked again what it was, because by then the truer answer was the way she looked at me, and the room obeyed. We escaped between sets to the back stairs by the mop sink, where the building kept its real voice. Radiators sigh, distant dishwater, the old freight elevator, thinking about another floor. You carried 2 chipped cups and 1 bent spoon, bar tea, you said, as if there were nobility in admitting the bags came from a jar near the register. Honey in the backstairs tea, amber in a cracked white cup, all the sweetness I had missed while the front room dressed itself up. Honey in the backstairs tea, stirred slow by your ringless hand. If tenderness has an address, it is somewhere between the service door and the band. You told me you sing softer off stage, because real songs don't need applause. I told you I'd laugh louder in bars than anywhere else, because it helps me look less alone. We sat on the painted steps, knees almost touching, watching the tea cool, and the city failed to find us. Somewhere downstairs, somebody called for another round. We did not hurry. Desire is not always silk and spectacles. Sometimes it is simply a woman remembering to add honey for you without asking. Honey in the backstairs tea, small gold mercy after 1, while every bottle in the hidden room kept pretending it was the source of fun. 'cause your thumb on the cup rim made even the ordinary feel dressed in velvet. The hidden room was under a restaurant that believed in rosemary. Every time the kitchen door swung wide upstairs, the herb came drifting down with garlic butter and the faint tired heat of plates by 1:30. The smoke had learned the scent, and the whole basement smelled like a woman deciding not to leave yet. Rosemary smoke from room below, green and gray in the low red light, kitchen ghost and cigarette silk braided together through the night. Rosemary smoke from room below, I wore it home in my hair, and all week long every ordinary room seemed disappointed when I got there. Stood against the old brick wall with your eyes half closed, as if listening upward to Pan's footsteps, the city's mechanical appetite. I like bars under restaurants, you said. It makes desire feel domestic. I laughed into my glass because no one had ever spoken so accurately about what I wanted. Not spectacle, not disaster, just appetite given a table and a low light. If love exists for women like us, I suspect it smells less like roses than herbs warmed by a kitchen no one thinks is part of the romance. Rosemary smoke from room below, seasoning every careful word, making my pulse taste older, wiser, almost assured. Rosemary smoke from room below, I breathed it in and stayed, because some nights ask for music and some ask only that you let yourself be marinated. I came in through the kitchen, past the lemons and the steam, where the cooks were singing softly to a radio from Queens. The hostess never looked at me, she only slid a napkin down. The telephone number crossed out once, then rewritten with your lipstick. At the bottom, one small sentence, use the side door after one. Lipstick on the passcode napkin, rose red on the ivory fold, like a kiss teaching paper how to keep a secret cold. I held it like a prayer card while the freezer motor sighed. Lipstick on the passcode napkin, and the whole room opened from the inside. You were waiting past the curtain with your martini half asleep, one heel hooked on the brass rung, one smile too calm to be cheap. You said some places hide their bottles, some hide the women worth a drink. Then you moved my glass an inch toward yours, the way moonlight moves without asking what I think. I have been announced too often by louder rooms than this. Tonight I wanted only the sound of being chosen, and I whisper, lipstick on the passcode napkin, all the proof I needed then. Not every invitation has to travel through the men. If dawn comes with its questions, let it wait out in the hall. Lipstick on the passcode napkin, and your hand around my wrist was the answer to them all. Nobody introduced her properly. They only leaned in and said, that's the bartender's sister, as if that should explain. The gardenias, the white silk blouse, the way men forgot their own jokes when she crossed the room. She didn't sit at the bar, she sat where the emergency light turned her flowers faintly green, which somehow made them more expensive. The bartender's sister wore gardenias, and the whole basement changed its air. Gin smelled softer, talk grew slower, even the lacquer tables seemed to hold themselves with care. The bartender's sister wore gardenias, and I understood at once how a woman can arrive like perfume and still feel dangerous. She asked for nothing dramatic, just crushed ice, a slice of pear. And the song turned lower when I offered her my lighter. She said, keep it, I prefer to borrow flame from rooms. And she touched one bloom at her collar and said, people only notice flowers when they don't know where else to look. I think she meant herself. I know she meant me. Some women bloom loudly, some women choose the kind of blossom that makes a whole crowd lean closer and never learn why. The bartender's sister wore gardenias, and every secret in the room sat straighter. I wanted nothing from her except another sentence, maybe the courage to smell like summer, and a place built for later. The bartender's sister wore gardenias, white as surrender, white as control, and I carried that fragrance home like an unanswered note in my coat. Dirty, I told the bartender, because honesty in small matters can carry a woman surprisingly far. He dropped in 3 olives, each one looking like it had heard better stories than mine. He was sitting near the shelf where the expensive bottles lived, reading the room the way some women read telegrams, with economy and no wasted fear. 3 olives and a quiet alibi, that was all I needed for the night. 1 for who I told them I was, 1 for who I used to be, and 1 for the woman leaning toward me in the better light. 3 olives and a quiet alibi, enough to get me through till 2, and the truth grows easier to wear than anything I said to get here. You ask had someone waiting. I said only a respectable explanation. You nearly smiled into your glass. Those never survive this hour, you said. Then we talked about unimportant things. Bad landlords, cheap perfume, the best place in the city to eat peaches standing up. All the while, the alibi in my pocket grew smaller and less convincing, and I could not make myself care. Sometimes what saves you is not innocence, but a room kind enough to let you outgrow a lie before last call. $3 in a quiet alibi, resting green against the glass, while your voice, low and unhurried, made all my prepared stories pass. $3 in a quiet alibi. I left one on the saucer untouched, because even then I knew I would need some small evidence that I had tried to remain sensible. You twisted the peel over my glass, let the spray catch the lamp, then dropped the rind in the ash dish beside 2 lipstick-filtered cigarettes. The scent changed instantly, smoke made cleaner, citrus made darker, as if summer had walked downstairs and loosened her collar. I have loved women for less. I have stayed all night for gestures with half that intelligence. Orange peel in the ash dish, bright curve in a bed of gray, a little crescent of sweetness, finding somewhere rough to stay. Orange peel in the ash dish, that was us in a single sight. Your mouth full of practiced cool, my heart already turning everything bitter into light. He said the best bars understand contrast, tile and velvet, smoke and fruit. Women in silk speaking plainly, I said the best women do too. That line could have failed in lesser weather, but you smiled, traced the edge of the ash dish, and asked if I always flirted like a menu note. Only after one, I said, and the room forgave me. Every real seduction contains 2 flavors at once. Anyone selling only sweetness has never survived midnight. Orange peel in the ash dish, perfume thrown against the ruin, elegant refusal to choose between what hurts and what glows. was orange peel in the ash dish. I watched it curl while you leaned close and knew I would remember. Not the song, not the hour, but the exact way you improve the smoke. Fox-fur, navy gabardine, a red coat still cold from the curb, 2 scarves that smelled of rain. You came in last, handed over your camel wrap, and from the pocket slipped 3 apricots, soft as little lanterns, absurd in January. Apricots in the coat room dark, summer hiding under wool, sweet enough to change the weather, small enough to keep it cool. I watched the girl behind the counter line them up beside the keys. Apricots in the coat room dark, and suddenly the whole back hallway smelled like somewhere I could breathe. You laughed when I brought one to the table, said I never trust a room until it lets in fruit. Then you tore it open neatly, left its gold against the napkin, and the juice on your thumb made every woman at the bar look down into her drink as if refinement had just lost. Maybe what I wanted from the night was not drama, but proof that sweetness could survive a coat check, survive the city, survive my practiced face. Apricots in the coat room dark, warm against the numbered tags, little suns among the overcoats, contraband in leather bags. When you placed the pit inside my palm as if it were a tiny key. Apricots in the coat room dark, I knew this hidden room had opened something else in me. She walked the floor in satin slippers, balancing lighters, mints and flame. A silver tray at shoulder height, like moonlight trained for service. I caught her near the piano, slipped a folded bill beneath the matches and said, if she comes back after 2, tell her I waited kindly. Tell her I left my name. I left my name with the cigarette girl. Tucked beside a book of blue tip lights. If you came looking after midnight, she would say I wore black silk and patience all night. I left my name with the cigarette girl, because sometimes that is all a woman can do. Leave a word where the smoke goes up and trust the room to carry it to you. The band played nothing flashy, only songs that knew how not to crowd a thought. I watched the men rehearse importance, watched women learn to survive it, watched the ice melt slower than the courage in my chest. Every time the curtain moved, I turned half a prayer toward the door. I never needed rescue, I only wanted witness. One woman returning, one message delivered one night that did not explain itself away. I left my name with a cigarette girl in her red-lit inventory of fire. She smiled like she had seen 100 such devotions and still admired desire. I left my name with a cigarette girl when she tucked the slip inside her glove. Even if you never came, I had already done the bravest part of love. By closing time, the room had narrowed to its truest shape. 2 staff folding napkins, 1 woman asleep in a booth, the bar back counting limes, and you by the unmarked exit, smoothing your satin dress as if it had collected too much night. The green push bar behind you looked almost humble. Nothing about leaving with you felt humble at all. Satin dress, unmarked exit, the kind of picture no camera earns. Oh, that dark blue shine under a sign that only glows when the room is done with you. Satin dress, unmarked exit, I followed without needing proof. because some women are the whole invitation, and some doors exist only so they can improve the truth. You said, the front door is for people who need witnesses, I said. Then I've been using the wrong doors all my life. Outside the exit, the alley smelled of wet concrete and fennel from the upstairs kitchen. You lit a cigarette, held it away from your dress, and asked if I was coming. I don't know whether you meant home, another bar, or simply deeper into the hour. I said yes, before geography could interfere. Some choices are clearest when no one has bothered to label them. Women know this. We have had to. Satin dress, unmarked exit, little sermon in silk and green light, teaching me that elegance is sometimes just a woman choosing the less obvious route. Satin dress, unmarked exit, I still see you in that frame. The night behind us folded down, the city ahead like a dare with impeccable manners. The front room had gone solemn, chairs upside down, candles pinched, the register breathing its final arithmetic. But the kitchen was still alive, pans stacked like cymbals, dishwater sparkling, one cook stealing olives, another humming boleros over the mop bucket. You took my hand as if the most natural thing in the world was to leave a secret bar by passing through its practical heart. We left through the kitchen laughing, past the lemons and the steam, past the women tying aprons loose and the porters rinsing dreams. We left through the kitchen laughing, and I swear the dawn held back just to hear how joy sounds on tile when nobody asks it to act. Hair smelled of basil, my coat smelled of smoke, and somewhere between us there was that impossible third thing. Relief, not triumph, not conquest, Only the gladness of women who found the right room, stayed the right length, and left before the magic had to defend itself. You kissed my cheek once, then my mouth once, the city still half asleep behind your shoulder. Let the louder people keep their grand entrances, the happiest nights I know. And near the dish racks, with good shoes, loose laughter, and nobody pretending joy is undignified. We left through the kitchen laughing, carrying nothing we couldn't voice or explain, only your number on a grocery slip and the shine of light on rain. We left through the kitchen laughing. If love ever asks where we began, tell it not the bar, not the song, but the warm back room where the hidden life of the night